Hello, welcome to Jerry's Garden. This is July 20th, 2014, and just want to give you kind of a walk around for the Jerry's Garden blog. We're located in Acworth, Georgia, which is North Georgia. So today is about 75. It's been rainy. Believe it or not, it's the coldest July I can recall. So let's just walk around and we'll show some of the things we got going. A couple of little fig trees out here. We found out that they seem to do much better in the bush. We had a hard freeze that froze this one off right here last year. And then we've got a couple of patio tomatoes growing inside the door of the greenhouse. They seem to be doing real well out there. One got a little scald, but it's pretty good. And here we have the greenhouse where we started most of our plants. So let's go inside and take a look, see what we got going in here. So we start over here. This is the flowers. I think these are tears, some type of tears I think they're called, with the purple flower right here. And then we've got lilies and irises and whatnot. Looking around, we've got a Biltmore Tomato right here. This came down from the Biltmore house. And swinging around here, you can see it down here, very small, is a spoon tomato. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. This is actually a real tomato. It's called a spoon tomato. We're going to be entering it in the garden, the tomato contest next week. Hopefully we get a whole spray of them here. We're going to have to look at, but there's quite a few on that spray, and then there's some more too. But we covered it up because apparently the birds like to eat them. We also have some fish peppers that we're growing this year. I don't know that we've gotten any yet. We do have a couple of small ones on there, but nothing much. But they have a variegated leaf. Okay, coming around, got some tomatillos. There's green tomatillos growing here. All right, and then this is the onion garden right here. These are called Egyptian walking onions. And everywhere these touch the ground, like here, they will grow. And I guess the Egyptians, this was a staple of their diet. But the bulb grows on top of the onion rather than under the ground. More tomatoes. We're not really sure. We have a couple of transplants. We're not really sure what they are. But here's a good picture of this Egyptian walking. See how it's walking up there through the fence? Very interesting. Over here, we've got the Leek Garden, and with some beans going around, some Italian beans. Beans are not doing real good this year over in this garden, but here we have some pretty good sized leeks, which is the first time we've ever really grown them, but we've covered the base of them with the cardboard roll out of toilet paper and paper towels, and believe it or not, it gives you a good 8 inches of white at the bottom of the bulb. So they're doing real well. I'm real surprised. Further, coming around here further, we've got our pepper and tomato garden over here, box, where we've got some pretty good size yellow sweet banana peppers growing in the front here. All right, so now then here we have another, you can see the variegated leaves on here. This is another of the fish pepper. We've got some also little collards growing in here, left over. So these are all like yellow banana here, and then in the back side we've got some bell peppers growing. They're okay. Don't do real well in this climate. It's not cold enough at night, but it might be doing it now. And then we've got our Corny Toro peppers, which are, give you an idea of the size of these. These are pretty big. These turn red. They're very sweet, delicious. We've been sauteing them with some other things, and man, are they good. All right, I think we're ready for some tomatoes. Here we've got, this is our Cherokee purple, pretty good size. Right here, it's a black tomato. We've got we're not quite sure what this is. We think it might be a Rio Grande salsa kind of tomato. only because, or it could be a husky tomato, husky cherry tomato. We're not really sure. It was a transplant. And coming around here, we've got our pinkish colored German Queen tomatoes. Man, are they good. You see, we've got quite a few really nice ones. I mean, the size of them, give me an idea of the size of these. Here's my hand next to one. It's, you know, it's just a big pound tomato right there. All right, and swinging over here, that's nothing on this one yet, but those are big cherry tomatoes. And swinging over here, we've got some Juliets and Romas that we've got mixed in here. You can see they're kind of red in there. And then coming over here, this was the early one. Not looking great at the bottom, but this is our Mr. Stripey right here. Good sized tomatoes on it though. Very good. There's another big one over there. Pulling back, as we walk around, here we've got Jerusalem artichokes, or sunchokes. As you can see, they're gigantic. These really just came from last year. We got a celebrity here, we got some more Roma beans, and we got some jalapeno peppers. Actually, we've got jalapenos coming on finally. These were sad looking plants that we rescued. So, and coming around, here is more of the fish peppers. You can kind of see the variegated leaves on it, and that's an indicator that they're the fish. There's another one here. But we do have some fish. There's one right there. And as a matter of fact, you can see what they do is they have yellow. They're yellow with a white stripe on them, and then they eventually turn red. These are purple cayenne. They grow purple, and then they turn red when they're ripe. I think this one, we're hoping this is a Faboloni Steiny, which is a tiny yellow tomato. Here we've got more of the Corny de Toro peppers. And then this is right here is a ghost pepper. It's a long growing pepper, so it's going to be the end of the year, but it's the hottest pepper there is. Oh, afraid of that. We had a little, you know, we give the bugs one here, but these are, right here, these are our Black Prince tomatoes. They were the earliest thing we put in. They're doing real well, and they're pretty tasty, even though they're kind of black. I'm not a big fan of those. Coming around here, we've got our whole row of our celebrities in the front. As you can see, they're looking pretty good size-wise. And there's celebrity. Then in the back, we've got this a super beefsteak, pretty good size. And then I'm going to swing around the outside, but this is a yellow boy, or lemon boy rather. So that's a lemon tomato right there. That's something different, probably not as acidic. And there's more of the celebrity. As you can see, celebrity is a great hybrid. We like it because it's just consistent, and it kind of fills in some of the space on the heirlooms that we grow. These are Brandywines, the latest thing you have in the garden, or we have. So they're just really just starting to come on with some small tomatoes. Those are pretty much our tomato plants. I think we have actually, we're not sure, but this is either celery. I think it might be celery, but we've got either celery or parsnips growing up. But from the looks of it, it might just be celery after all. Looks like it's growing out like that. So we weren't really sure when we planted the seeds and kind of lost track on what it was. So, I mean, this is our Jerry's vegetable garden. That's the raised bed garden. We're going to walk back to the back real quick and look at the rear garden. But here's some of the Brandywines coming on, as you can see. And I've got some red ones in the back, but these are nice. And there's the yellow boy. Look at that. It's just turned yellow today. So that's gorgeous. And then you come around and look at the beefsteak. It's all kind of gnarly looking, but it should be tasty. And when we come back to there's more of the Jerusalem artichokes. As you see, you can't even reach the top. They're probably 12, 14 feet tall. And coming to the back, this is just our other garden that was not raised bed or anything, just burrows, but this is where we grew some of our fruit that we've had going. Kind of come to the end of it now, but these are Brandywines. they came out, for some reason, they came on quite early compared to the other. Mainly probably because we're growing these in pots. So that might have helped them, you know, heat up, come in early. So here we are. Here's the welcome sign. And then we've got some other things we got growing in here. These are our yellow and unfortunately some red raspberries. They're supposed to be golden, but they got mixed in. So got some raspberries next year. These are all our blackberries that we grew. Big Apache, I think, or are they Apache? No, these are the Navajo, and they're good size. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Navajo growing in there. All right, then coming across here, we've got some red okra, which is doing pretty good. Only a few of those, and a little Swiss chard that migrated back here somehow or other. So we've got quite a few of these, and we've got also we had to planted a zucchini back here in the back. There's a raven, I believe, right there. We like those. They seem to be, and they were kind of late. So this is what we're looking forward to here. We have popcorn growing. This is from England, popcorn. So when it comes, it'll be a quick. It'll be quick. And then in the bottom, we just grow a cover crop of yellow Cherokee wax beans. Tasty, but and then here we have our squash and zucchini and cucumber patch. And this is a tiny little watermelon my wife's got growing. And then coming across here, they're not looking great, but they're still producing. Here we have another yellow. These are our straight neck yellow. They're starting to make a recovery after we had some of the borer worms in here, but they're doing a good job recovering what we saved, so they're still going a little later than most people. And then we've got cucumbers growing, and they look okay. The leaves are not great, but these are our lemon cucumbers, and we'll go around the outside and look at them, but I think we can get one right here. It is a lemon cucumber, and they are round. See if we can pull one out. If you ever grow one, these are very good. But they're just round cucumber. Got a bee after me. And then we come over here and we've got something new we tried. Well, some of the squash. I think we've got one of those up there called a patty pan. It's kind of a yellow, very good. And we are trying these gigantic red Chinese noodle beans. You get like 2 per thing. I'm not sure how long they're supposed to be when you get them, but I guess we'll probably be trying them today, maybe. And finally, back in this back garden, we've got the Santa Rosa plum, which is pretty. The plums we got so far, it's only this first year it's really produced any that were good. Also got a few sunflowers coming on, striped kind. Birds like them. And that about completes this tour of the vegetable garden and the flower garden. So stay tuned. We'll get back. We'll be coming back to you in the future probably, and maybe in the fall, and take a look.